Before refrigerators became a household staple, people had to get creative to keep their food fresh. From underground cellars to ancient preservation tricks that sound like survival hacks today, our ancestors mastered the art of food storage. Welcome to Deca Facts. In this video, we're counting down 10 forgotten ways people stored food before refrigerators, and some of these techniques might just save your life in an emergency. 10. Ice houses. Even before modern freezers, people harvested ice from lakes and rivers in the winter. Huge blocks were cut, insulated with sawdust or straw, and stored in ice houses that could keep things cool for months. Wealthy households, breweries, and even hospitals relied on this early cold storage to preserve meat, dairy, and even delicate medicines. 9. Root cellars. Root cellars were nature's refrigerators. Dug underground, these storage rooms maintained a stable, cool temperature year-round. Families kept potatoes, carrots, onions, apples, and even canned goods here. The earth itself acted as insulation, protecting food from frost in the winter and heat in the summer. Many homesteaders still use this method today. 8. Salting and curing meat. Salt was one of history's greatest preservatives. People rubbed meat with salt, sometimes packing it in barrels full of brine. This process drew out moisture and created an environment hostile to bacteria. From Roman soldiers to American pioneers, salted pork and beef were vital survival staples. 7. Smoking. Smoking not only flavored food but also preserved it. The slow process of exposing meat and fish to wood smoke reduced moisture, kept pests away, and added weeks or months of shelf life. Indigenous peoples and seafaring cultures relied heavily on smoked fish and game. 6. Pickling. Pickling wasn't just for taste, it was survival. Foods like cucumbers, cabbage, and peppers were soaked in brine or vinegar, creating an acidic environment that preserved them. Fermented sauerkraut kept sailors from getting scurvy on long voyages, and families everywhere made pickles to get through the winter. 5. Drying and dehydration. One of the oldest methods of preservation, drying, removed water, which is the key ingredient bacteria need to grow. Ancient Egyptians sun-dried fish and dates. Native Americans dried venison into jerky. Dried beans, grains, and fruits could last for years, making them the ultimate prepper food. 4. Clay pot Z or coolers. In hot, dry regions, people invented the clay pot cooler. By placing one clay pot inside another and filling the space with wet sand, evaporation cooled the inner chamber. Known as the Zier pot, it could keep vegetables fresh for weeks, even in the desert. 3. Fermentation. Fermentation didn't just store food, it turned it into nutritional powerhouses. Yogurt, cheese, kimchi, miso, and kombucha all came from this ancient science. Not only could fermentation preserve vegetables and milk, but it also introduced beneficial bacteria that boosted gut health. 2. Fat preservation, confit and pemmican. Sealing meat under a layer of fat kept out air and bacteria. The French used confit, cooking duck or goose and storing it in its own fat. Indigenous peoples of North America made pemmican, a mix of dried meat, fat, and berries that could last for months and fuel long journeys. 1. Cold streams and springs. Before ice boxes, many families placed perishables in cold running water. A clay pot of milk or butter submerged in a spring stayed cool enough to last several days. This method was simple, effective, and free, nature's refrigerator at work. Which of these methods do you think you could use today if the power went out? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more fascinating survival history from Deca Facts. Our ancestors didn't just survive, they thrived with techniques that kept their food safe without electricity. These forgotten skills are more relevant today than ever. Thanks for watching Deca Facts, and we'll see you in the next countdown.